What's the little pups? Welcome back to another part of Final Fantasy 16. I was about to say part 2. That would be Final Fantasy 13 part 2. In the last part, we went with Jill to the market and we picked up some ingredients that was required for the shielding of the ship that Mid intends to make. And we're gonna go talk to Mid, and that should have been the final step of the plan, but I don't know if there'll be more. So let's head on over and do that. See where we go from here. I'm kind of done with this whole runaway hideaway part. I hope it gives us part, like, we get onto the story now, because this has just kind of all been a side diversion thing, I feel.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Yep.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
She seems so amused with that. Some time later. I still need to know if Mid's name is Midophilus.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Well, there's
Oh,
3 in
did I
the
tell ya?
diagram.
The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement
4.
stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Okay. So now what though? Speak with Mid.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, so we're finally getting around to actually going to the grave, like we suggested like 3 parts ago.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Right. Let's go.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that, in those words.
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
If she doesn't want to go, I don't think we should force her. Make for the foredock. Dick.
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Oh, Obelus is the...
In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
Oh, you in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canada has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the going on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavour of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Tellerman's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt that Canvarian's authorities will take too kindly to the unauthorised use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumour has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our doors, which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a minute or two, that he might keep watching those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give the proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Pretty much.
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Cid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. It's like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Cid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
I'd muted during that cutscene to just cough a little bit, just to try to get out. Cids Legacy.
Well, Cid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
Are you sure about that?
Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Oh, good. Oh, and Karen.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Oh, this is very sweet.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
He's just so excited.
You're letting me go with them. Oh, thanks, Nan. Stop that! You break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road.
You need to calm down there, Goots.
Thank you, Karen.
Any updates on anything? Few updates. What's this? A busy market town situated on the northeast coast of Damakia, also known as Thousand Tables. Its streets throng with merchants from across the realm, each loudly hawking their wares to keen-eyed customers intent on finding bargains. A hen refuge built on fallen ruins in the blighted lands of Central Storm. Here Cid and his adopted family of freed bearers from across the Twins made their home. That is, until the fledgling Utopia was brought crashing down after its location was discovered by Hugo Kupka, dominant of the Titan, in the year 873. And by a single night, the hideaway was destroyed, fewer than half managing to escape the slaughter visited upon them by Kupka and his men. One of Cid's most trusted allies, after Cid's hideaway was laid waste by Hugo Kupka and his minions, she and her hard-working yet long-suffering apprentice goats followed Clive to the new hideaway, Benimia, where they served them in the same capacity. They served his predecessor, sourcing whatever supplies her fellow residents are in need for. Apprenticed to Karen and an ally of the hideaway, after Cid's hideaway was reduced to rubble in the hands of Hugo Kupka, he followed his nan in joining Clive at their home on the lake. He has a keen interest in smithing and spending what little spare time he has granted heating and hammering metal, just as Blackthorn showed him. Oh, that's nice. I didn't realise he did blacksmithing.
Glad to have you with us, Goot.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bucklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
He's got a bloody crusher. Look at the size comparison there, guys.
Jill,
probably broke her wrist.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Except for times you're trying to jump in rivers.
Do you see that, Cid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Poor Gav, he did say, like, he's always on it. He is always on his own, isn't he? Because he obviously does Renaissance. Renaissance? It's not Renaissance. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't remember what the word I'm looking for is, but there's another quest! What do you mean there's another quest? I just finished all the quests here. Quest? No, there, yeah. I was gonna say I could see it on the map. Just go up to the reading table, I guess. See what it is. Might not be able to do it because all the areas are locked off for now, but... Oh, there's one over there as well. Well, this has actual quest marker on it. Oh my god, okay. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something you might need your attention. Maybe, and by that I mean immediately, you know where I'll be.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Okay, interesting. I mean, this is the first time we've received quests through here, and there seems to be a few of them. Clive, something ain't right with the hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay a visit at the toll. What do you mean? What's wrong with Torgal?
What could be wrong with Torgal? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Oh, trophy. The pen is mightier. Oh, but 10 letters at the reading table. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's going to throw himself back in, judging by the drips of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather what was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jamming that pitchfork into his privates. I know you're busy. Sorry, my dog's doing something weird. I don't know what she was doing. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe you could go ask the old bastard what's got into him and why is he bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge. August.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
How dare this game give me many quests and expect me not to do all of them at once. Like, these weren't here before I did the other stuff, right? So... My dear boy, my journey to Canada has been resounding... Oh, okay, we read this already. We got given this. Right, let's just kind of get some of them, I guess. And then we'll come back and do the rest of them. Hi, we'll talk to you first.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something.
Again?
Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you.
Right, what are we doing?
Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Well, we need to talk to Karen about Torgal anyway, so I'm not sure how this quest will play out, of whether it'll tell me her quest or... Come on, just give me something.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read.
Nothing's wrong with Torgal. Look at the gorgeous boy.
But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats.
Oh.
He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
Never.
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
Oh.
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Okay, we'll talk to you again to get back towards.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are?
Yes.
You're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now?
No.
Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients.
Understood.
Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
I don't think I can even go there right now.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
I'm gonna go up to because I'm not even 100% sure I can go to the Dalamil Inn right now. So maybe if I can get like all the quests, and then I'll continue them once I can actually go there. But I don't think I can right now.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient.
We need bigger treats.
Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
I mean, I've killed a few,
And
but none
little
were that
wonder.
big.
The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Hey, Craig Luckman, how are you doing? Hope you've been well. I'm right in saying I can't leave. Yeah, I can't go to the areas that's showing me. Right. What time are we on? 26? In which case, we're going to end off this part here, guys. We'll come back and we'll talk to Goat, and then we'll go to the main storyline. And we'll just kind of continue through the main storyline until it does let me, until it lets me go to the other areas, because we need to speak to Goat. And then we have one down here, but we'll obviously not do that one right now, because you can only have 3 active sub-quests at a time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to poke that like button, subscribe, and comment your comments, because there are comments. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!